क्या आप अपनी सारी परेशानियां हमेशा के लिए दूर करना चाहते हैं? Do you want to get rid of all your worries forever and always be in happy, blissful and empowered states? If the answer is yes, then do watch this video till the end. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, do that now. Hi there, this is Gaurav Gupta, your life and business success strategist. The recent news of Sushant Singh Rajput's death came as a shock and surprise for everyone. He was definitely one of my favorite actors. But he's not alone. There are several others who seem to have everything in life and they suddenly decided to end it all for themselves. Couple of examples that come to my mind are Lalit Seth of Raj Travels and VG Siddharth of CCD. These people seem to have everything in life, but the only problem was they could not manage what was going on in here. Many of my viewers and coaches have asked me, Gaurav, how can we take care of our mental health and stay away from states like depression, anxiety, fear, nervousness, etc. There's plenty of literature written on this. However, one of the most effective and simplest tools that I have ever come across is the one which I found in a book called How to Stop Worrying and Start Living, written by Dale Carnegie. In this book, Dale Carnegie shares a small story. This is a story about William Osler. In 1871, a medical student named William Osler was anxious, depressed, and at the verge of nervous breakdown. Why? Because he has just failed in his exams. So his future was not clear to him. In that moment, by chance or by God's grace, he happened to read 21 words written by Thomas Carlyle. These 21 words were so powerful and they gave him such a perspective that his entire life changed. So much so that he not only passed his exams, he went on to become one of the best medical professionals in the history of the world. He was the Regius Professor at the Oxford University, which at that time was the highest honor. He was later knighted by the King of England and he became Sir William Osler. What were these 21 words that had such an impact on him that from being at the verge of collapse or nervous breakdown, he came back and transformed his complete life? These 21 powerful words were, our main business is not to see what lies dimly at a distance, but to do what lies clearly ahead. I'll repeat these for you. Our main business is not to see what lies dimly at a distance, but to do what lies clearly ahead. The central idea here is to live in day-tight compartments, an analogy that is borrowed from the world of ocean liners. Whenever an ocean liner is leaking, the captain simply presses a button and a big iron sheet blocks that particular area or section which has water, creating something called a bulkhead. The bulkhead keeps water away from the rest of the ship, and that way the ship stays afloat and doesn't sink down. Dale Carnegie says that if you want to be happy and want to stay away from states like depression, anxiety, fear, etc., you need to learn to create mental bulkheads between the past and the future, so that all that you're concerned with is just today, the moment now, and the task at hand. All your problems, all your challenges, all your fears, anxiety, depression, and all these negative states come to you when you're dwelling either in the past or living in the future. Your what-ifs of the past and possible outcomes of the future are the ones which fuel into your fears, anxiety, depression. And as a result, you're not able to 100% focus on the task at hand and in the today. If you learn to create these watertight compartments where you're not concerned about the past or the future, that is the moment when you can 100% razor focus on the task at hand. And if you are giving your 100% to the present, automatically your future will be the best possible future. And when you know that your future will be the best possible future, then there's no need to worry. A very powerful concept, but how do you practically implement it in your life? There are tools that I've picked up in my journey over the last 20 years as a coach. These tools have never failed me. Whenever I've shared these tools with my coaches and whoever has implemented these tools, they've always been able to laser focus and stay away from depression, anxiety, anger, and other such disempowering emotions. Here are the tools. The first one is called clearing the space. Whenever you're doing something important, a project, a meeting, a discussion, and something from the past or future strikes your mind, immediately do three things. Identify it, acknowledge it, and park it or schedule it for later time. So for example, I'm sitting down and writing my book. While writing a particular concept, an idea strikes which can be converted into a future seminar. But because it's related to future, there's some anxiety around it. I immediately identify that this is creating anxiety. I acknowledge anxiety and I park it or schedule it that I'll take care of this after I'm done with this task at hand. Immediately, my attention comes back and I'm able to laser focus on the task at hand. The second tool is something called the concept of mental drawers, something similar to bulkheads that I picked up from a biography of Napoleon Bonaparte. Napoleon Bonaparte was one of the greatest military strategists ever. Napoleon was known for his concentration. There were thousands of things which used to occupy his attention, including the war itself. But Napoleon always used to sleep like a baby or like a log. Somebody asked Napoleon, how are you able to manage this? There are so many things going on. None of them bothers you in your sleep? Napoleon told this person that I always live and approach each and every task with the concept of mental drawers. Every task, every agenda, every discussion in my mind is just like a drawer. Whenever I'm dealing with it, I open that drawer, deal with that thing, and then shut it. And at night, when I'm going to bed, I shut all the drawers so that nothing bothers me. Again, a very powerful tool that helps you focus on one thing at a time with 100% focus. So if you deploy these two tools, clearing the space and using mental drawers or mental bulkheads, you'll be able to take care of your present. And if your present is taken care of, your future will automatically be empowered. And then depression, anxiety, fear, worries will not even be required or will not come near you. Try using these two tools and I'd love to hear from you. How was your experience? Till we meet again, remember Thomas Carlyle's words. Our main business is not to see what lies dimly at a distance, but to do what lies clearly ahead. If you do that, you'll be able to rid all your worries forever. Thank you.